591. As to me, there is not much to say. 592. As for me, I have nothing to say against the plan. 593. I have nothing to say in respect of your view. 594. I think she was wrong in regard to that. 595. Wages vary in relation to the age of the worker. 596. You ought to work hard regardless of your income. 597. Apart from his parents, no one knows him well. 598. The sea was rough and our ship was at the mercy of the waves. 599. She was very much frightened at the sight of the big snake. 600. We express our thoughts by means of words. 601. He was given the job by virtue of his great experience. 602. I'm going to Europe by way of America. I meant that by way of a joke. 603. Some people are unable to take advantage of opportunities for fear of making mistakes. 604. This problem cannot be discussed here for lack of time. 605. Society exists for the sake of the individual. 606. In view of his efforts, I'm sure he will pass the exam. 607. He thought about the matter in terms of economics. 608. It is important for her to be on good terms with neighbors. Tom and Jim have been on good terms for many years. 609. In the light of the rapid changes of the world, we also have to change our ways of living. 610. In the course of our conversation, he referred to his youth. 611. I am in favor of the 5-day week. 612. A welcome meeting was held in honor of Mr. Smith. 613. Bill attended the meeting in place of father. 614. A good nurse was in charge of the patient. 615. In case of fire, telephone the fire station. 616. The lawyer said he would speak on behalf of Mr. Smith. 617. He made a trip for the benefit of his health. 618. He wishes to resign on the ground of ill health. He wishes to resign on the ground that he is ill. 619. On top of that, he was trusted by the native people there. 620. I have a good memory, except for names and faces. 621. They could not divorce because of their children. 622. The paper was rejected on account of its poor writing. 623. I missed the train owing to the accident. 624. Due to frequent illness, he gave up his job. Dr. Miller was unable to give his speech due to the late arrival of his plane. 625. Thanks to his advice, I have saved a lot of money. 626. In spite of the sunny weather, the air was rather chilly. 627. She showed her courage in the face of danger. 628. His friends like him with all his faults. With all this noise, she couldn't study. 629. For all his wealth, he was still unhappy. 630. Autumn is far more suitable for study in comparison with spring. 631. Compared with her sister, she is easy to talk to. 632. The wage will be paid in proportion to the work. 633. A man will not always succeed in proportion as he exerts himself. 634. According to the weather forecast, it will rain tomorrow. Crabs dig holes according to the size of their shells. 635. In addition to taking the regular tests, we have to hand in a long essay. 636. I am giving him Japanese lessons in exchange for English lessons. 637. I'm giving you board and lodging in return for your work. In such a case, you can always ask a question in return. 638. I stayed home all day instead of going to work. 639. It won't be wise to overwork at the cost of your health. In sense, globalization comes at the cost of traditional cultures and values. 640. The plan must be put into practice at all costs. 641. By all means, do come with us to dinner tonight. Any mistakes in the computer programs must be avoided by all means. 642. I did my duty, at any rate. 643. It's worth trying at all events. 644. My friend saved the girl at the risk of his own life. 645. The doctor was ready to take the risk of getting the fever himself.